We often underestimate the power of affirmation in our life. Do you know that developing a positive affirmation habit can influence the trajectory of your life? Yes, using affirmative words can change your life. Just like your thoughts also have an influence over your life and what you make of it. With this, will you rather choose to talk positively or negatively about your life desires? Let's dive in and see. Hello, you're listening to Thrive Soar Podcast. I'm your host, Theodora Nadi. I'm an entrepreneur, a researcher, and of course, a digital content creator. My mission is to help goal and growth-oriented persons like you break your barriers so that we can thrive and soar together. Life is about growing and changing, and you get to see your life evolve positively. If yes, then this is the right space for you. This is the space for you to improve your life and transform your personality. Join me on this journey of becoming the best version of ourselves, and I will support and empower you every step of it so that we can win together. Let's move. We've been all about our thoughts and outlook towards things, which is our mindset, which we already know is key to many things, right? How about our words or talk? Don't you think our words hold as much power as our thoughts in our life? You know, when you're with someone, nobody gets to hear your thoughts except you. But someone gets to hear your words. And this is why someone would caution you about your words. You may hear someone saying, be careful of what you say or wish for when the words are negative or unpleasant to the ear. You may also hear someone say, may your words or your wishes come to pass for you. Sometimes you hear people say this to you because your words are potent in your life. Imagine likening your life to a plant. Then your words could be part of the soil that helps the seed you plant grow. They could be the water your plant needs to thrive. They could be the light your plant needs to blossom. Since your words are this potent to your life, why don't you get rid of the negative words and stick to positive words? Like I would always say, it won't cost you anything. It doesn't cost a dime. Positive affirmations are declarative words or phrases usually filled with optimism and are deliberately made. Positive affirmation is what you need at every level of your life and endeavors. Some say affirmation doesn't always work, but I know it works because I have experienced it. I usually say you don't lose anything by trying, so give it a try and beat your chest that it doesn't work rather than depend on naysaying. I used to have low self-esteem. Men looking at me, you wouldn't notice, maybe because I had self-confidence. But deep down, I know I battled with low self-esteem at some point in my life. Well, I overcame it and I thank God. Now, when I hear the people around me, my mom especially, say nobody praises or feels good about herself more than I do, I laugh and tell myself that we do not look like what we went through. I didn't know someone could be self-confident and still have low self-esteem. It was more about not feeling good about myself, even though my abilities and skills were there. Positive affirmations were what helped me out of that feeling. I see those attitudes whereby people deliberately speak positively about their lives. I either saw it in the movies or read it in books, but I didn't know that the behavior would ever work for me till it started working. And it didn't just work, it worked rapidly and effectively. I would often see it in movies or read books, so somehow it registered in my brain. I unknowingly adopted it before I realized that I was practicing positive affirmation. Yes, it was unplanned. I just woke up one morning and there I was staring at the mirror and chanting those words. So I would always say to myself, I am brilliant, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am strong, I am gorgeous, I am endowed. I didn't even care to know if the attributes were true or not. I was doing what my eyes had seen before. There was no time to review them since they were all positive. Well, truthfully, I'm all of this, so there is no need for past, present, or future review. Do you know, at some point, I wondered, who cares? Is this thing I'm doing even necessary? But I look back and I know that I cared and I still do. And it was vital. If not, I wouldn't be here. If not, I may not feel good about myself enough to put those words out here. Over time, I saw the effect and would chant those affirmative words anywhere in the bathroom, on my bed, or in the kitchen, anywhere you can imagine. There is no limit to the number of affirmative words or phrases I say or the places I say them. Now, I affirm my goals, endeavors, efforts, health, career, and business. In fact, my entire life. It has become a part of me that I even affirm for people, especially when they choose negativity over positivity. I stand in for them. After all, it's just a change from I am to you. In most cases, I failed to realize that I've made much progress till someone who has known me for the longest time says, "Hey, you no longer talk so little negative about yourself." Now, let me remind you that these habits, from maintaining a healthy mindset and dealing with frustrations to practicing positive affirmations, and the ones I may still talk about, haven't always been here from the beginning. They were and still a part of my efforts to become the best version of myself. When I look back, it took a lot but little. From experience, these habits are still effective, so I encourage you to adopt them. You may want to regularly write down or memorize your positive affirmation according to your goals and conditions and generally about your life. Your words should start with a personalized word. I should be specific to you. It should be in the present tense. Example, I am brilliant, I am excelling, I have excelled. Recite these affirmative words as often as possible, especially when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed at night. Deliberately affirm who you are, what you believe, and what you want to become. From my experience, I won't lie, keeping up is easy because it changes from a conscious habit to an unconscious one with time. However, becoming an unconscious habit means everything happens naturally, right? It automatically becomes a part of your life. You may no longer have control over it that you see yourself unknowingly affirming. However, because you're human, there will be tendencies of unnecessary deviations or slip-off when unwanted conditions creep in. But do you know what happens whenever there is room for slip-off? Your willpower will activate your consciousness and you see yourself affirming immediately rather than sabotaging with your words. So don't worry about keeping up, just put it into practice first and watch others follow. Whether it is about your health, your career, your finances or relationship, your words about these aspects of your life and your life in general are vital. What you think, talk or feel about your life influences your life. It will be best if you try to be as positive as possible with your thoughts and your words. Remember to always frame positive thoughts, for your thoughts would create your words and they will both shape your reality. Thank you for listening to this episode of Thrive Soar Podcast. I want you to remember that we've hoped, we've coped, and we do not just want to survive. We want to reach for the stars. We want to thrive and soar because it is our birthright. We've got this, and God got us. Whether we've become the best version of ourselves or we're still working towards being the best version of ourselves, what matters is that best is the common word here, and we have that word in mind. So join me in a toast to the best version of us. I hope that I've been able to impact your life through this episode. Please be sure to subscribe so that I'll be motivated to join you again. And if you appreciate the show, please give us some stars. Thank you.